just duo in your town. You might wanna stick around. We give it to you nice and raw. We don't hold back our tongue. Anything you hear around here, it's our views, just to be clear. Cause it's about the realness. You better come and listen in. You don't wanna miss this. Call me when it's over, sure.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl's favorite artist, Josie's Boy.
And I'm Alexis A. McCoy. Hi, guys.
Welcome back to another episode of Coleman with the Sober.
Hey, guys.
We appreciate y'all for coming back every single week. Of course, showing us love. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff while we're here. Everybody who's watching, because shout out to people who actually watch our videos.
Yes. Shout out to the people that have subscribed to our YouTube channel. We do appreciate you guys so much.
No, 110%, because the views wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So you guys are so amazing.
And honestly, I know a lot of people start YouTube pages. Like, a lot of people start YouTube pages right now. Like, that's a huge thing right now.
YouTube used to be it used to be the thing. It used to be the it factor.
No, YouTube is like...
No, but I'm saying, like, when people first came out, they were like, YouTube was the place to be.
See, but there was a difference, though.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to, like, 10, 15 years ago, like, YouTube was for fun.
Yeah.
People did it for whatever things they like, whatever niche they had.
Right.
Like, all that good shit. Now it's like, oh, we see a little Asian kid make $28 million.
Now we want to be on
reviewing
YouTube.
Toys. I want to be on YouTube now. Like, I want to get paid. And I'm like, yo, YouTube.
You can say that's like podcasting. Everybody has a podcast.
That's 110%. Like, and it's funny because 3 years ago, this is God's honest truth. 3 years ago, I said, yo, podcasting is about to be just like rap.
Oh, everybody's about to do it?
Yeah, I swear to you, I said it. And you want to know why? Because it was 1 month, I saw 5 people I knew start a podcast.
Really?
And I was like, and then Joe Budden came out of nowhere. And I was like,
podcasting is about to be.
It's about to be a thing. Because Joe Rogan been doing it. Combat Jack, rest in peace. It was him. Like, it was a lot of people from like Nike Talk and shit that had their own shows. But this was like back in the day where you had to like download it as a zip file or something like that. Shout out to LimeWire. Remember LimeWire? Did you use LimeWire?
No.
Oh,
what the hell is that?
It's dead now. It's like illegally downloading songs.
Oh no,
it's dead now. So like, I can't really get in trouble.
Not saying that I've never stolen a song in my life.
You have.
I have, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know the sites. I don't know the sites.
LimeWire and FrostWire. Whoo, LimeWire was the shit. But yeah, I knew 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was like, yo, it's about to be something. And then everybody started getting these big deals, and now it's like, I got a podcast. I got a YouTube. I'm like, that's cool. I ain't knocking nobody hustle. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people started YouTube, so I'm happy that people watch our YouTube.
So, yeah. And the fact that we decided to transfer our audio and do visuals for you guys, because I know I'm a visual person. 1, because I do production, but 2, because sometimes I just like to see the reactions of people, hearing somebody say something.
This one, my bad.
Yeah. Hearing somebody say something is cool, but seeing their reactions.
I prefer to watch.
Yeah, seeing the reactions of people's saying something in the other person's face when they say some stuff. It's just.
Well, it's like live music.
It is.
Live music doesn't get their appreciation that it deserves. Like, people just waiting until the BET Awards to come around or the Soul Train Awards or something like that
to see if people are going to perform.
It's like, there's nothing like going to like Hammerstein Ballroom or like going to.
It's nothing like being in the room itself.
Yeah. Like, I tell you, I know people hate. I don't know why. I do know why. I'm lying. Why people hate standing room only shows.
It's too much.
Like, personally, man, there's nothing better than like, of course, I've been to like plenty of stadiums. Like, I've got to see Kanye live. I got to see Drake, Miguel. Like, I've seen a lot of people live. But like, standing in that pit right by the speakers where you feel the bass, I'm like, whew, that shit is everything.
That's a love I can't adapt to. I don't know.
I'm a music head.
I'm a music. I don't feel like I'm a.
You're a music enthusiast too. Like, I'm not.
But I just like more intimate settings. Like, prime example.
You want the.
I don't know. It's not even about that. The intimate setting for me, perfect for me. When Issa Rae did the Insecure intimate session with Jasmine Sullivan, and she sung
Insecure.
Yes.
I didn't watch. I know what you're talking about.
You talking about we sitting on the couch vibing and she's singing her throat off.
That's cool.
The dude that is this one dude, he did a reaction when she did a run. He was like,
See,
that's me.
Yeah.
I need to have a chair because if she does a run and I'm standing up, I ain't gonna be able to do that.
Well, it's the same thing. You just don't like standing and you don't like crowds.
I don't like crowds.
So-
I don't like people
so I
all up
respect
on
that.
me. So if they said, if it's a good song and we supposed to be grooving and your elbow on my shoulder, I can't do that.
I respect that. It depends on what show you go to. It all depends on what show. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Like when I seen BJ, the Chicago Kid, and Bro James live, that shit was like an experience.
I feel like because
mind you, I've seen them live twice already.
I've had very bad experiences with like mosh pit type of concert.
Oh yeah, no, it depends on where you go. Yes.
Because we when I was a teenager, we went to go see. I think it was like Ludacris. It was T.I. It was but the concert wasn't bad. It was the experience with an audience. Like people got to fight and they started throwing spraying pepper spray in the crowd. It was just too much.
And
I was like, no, I can't do that.
You don't do rap shows standing room only. You do not. That is a rule in my book. You do not do that shit. Like, honestly, I know people that went to BB King's and when it was open and went to go see like Nipsey and all that good stuff. Like, I Currency will probably be the one rapper I would go see because he don't have anything that's like,
yeah. I mean, the concert was great.
I'm sure.
Because when we got in, we had a group of people that we were with. So the way that it was like a mosh pit down at the bottom. And then they had it was a long aisle. And then it had like little sections off going back to the end of the club. So where we were was like behind the mosh pit.
Now, I got a question.
What?
Now, was this Ludacris before or after?
It was T.I. and Ludacris, so it had to be in the early 2000s.
So that means Move Bitch was already out. So you went to a
Did he play Move Bitch, Get Out the Way?
He had to if niggas got hyped. Either that or...
They weren't hype. I'm explaining to you that how
did the fight happen? That's what
it was outside it was outside.
Oh,
we were in line.
I thought you were saying it happened in the
said
crowd.
that I kept on saying that the concert was fine. It was the experience getting into the mosh pit concert.
Oh, man.
So for me, it sucked because I got sprayed with pepper spray. Hell yeah.
What Cameron say? You tough.
Fuck out of here. I'm not tough.
You tough enough to say fuck out of here every other word, ain't you?
I am. But I was concerned because my niece who has asthma would damn near died that night.
I understand.
Because people didn't have tickets and they thought that because they knew people that worked at the club that they were going to get in. And the people that had the tickets was like, fuck out of here, y'all not about to get in here.
That's why, and where did you see the show at? Where was it at? Were you back home?
Yeah, I was back home.
See, exactly. And see, niggas in New York, like, I ain't gonna say fights don't happen. Fights happen. Fights usually happen after the show. Or, like, getting in there, it's a little more calm waiting online. Because usually when the big shows happen, like, it depends on where you go, too.
In the facility, milk that. They really did because like some of the people at the door, like the security at the door was taking people's money to get them in.
Of course.
And not even taking into consideration that people had bought their money for these tickets.
Yeah, most definitely.
So people were being janky at the door. But I was just like, fuck out. This was my thing though.
That's why I don't go see rap shows standing room only. I refuse to.
This is my thing. I was not going to go. And I said, this is about to be some bullshit.
See, you should have listened to God.
I should have listened to my third eye because it was some bullshit. I remember going home. My mama was like, we looked run down. We had got dressed. We looked like we had been in a tussle.
I believe you.
We wasn't even fighting. We got pushed around. People was getting stumbled over. It was terrible.
I believe that shit.
So ever since then, and then in New York, I'm always like very finicky. We already lived in a bunch of, it's already an overcrowded place. So for me to go into a standing room only, and then I got to go outside and standing room only on the train, the shit don't make sense to me. I just don't want to do it. So, Yeah.
You glad to get that off your chest?
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Yeah, because well, now I know not to bring you to any standing room only shows.
We did too.
Right.
We did one.
Yeah, and you complained still like
About my feet hurting.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
cannot.
So now I
the
know
concrete was hard.
Now I know to go to standing room only shows by myself, not to be a dick. But like I know that, and see, and that's a preference. That's how much I love you. I love you so much. That
But
I
I
won't-
think you could
wait,
love
wait,
me.
wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
go ahead.
I love you so much that I won't subject you to that ridicule.
I appreciate that.
That behavior is unacceptable. You shouldn't have to deal with your feet hurting standing there
Thanks,
enjoying
babe.
music all night. I care about you that much.
But
for,
how about-
wait.
Okay.
I care about you that much for me to live with the I can't hear anything after I'm done. Let me deal with that.
Let me say
I
this.
care about you.
Let me say this, Nick.
I care about you.
Let me say this. That at all of them standing room only concerts, they got a couple of seats up at the top.
Yeah, you got to pay for them too.
I know, but just pay for me to have my seat at the top,
know.
and you can stand at the bottom.
No.
Well, that's fine.
No.
We'll still be experiencing the concert
But
together.
You know why I wouldn't do that though?
Why?
I believe in equality.
No, get the fuck out of
No.
here.
I believe in
Good
equality.
night.
You
Good
know,
night.
you know I'm big
Good
on.
night.
You see, you can't because I'm big on fairness. And you know that I'm big on equality. Like we deserve to experience the same things. I can't give you the finer things in life, and I'm sleeping on the street. That
What?
ain't right.
That don't see you took
That
it.
ain't
You
right.
jumping out the window.
It ain't right. See, I just want to win.
Look out there.
I wanna,
Look out there.
I want to win with you.
Look out there.
You see how selfish you being?
You
I
look
wanna
out
win-
there.
You want to experience.
Look
shit.
out there.
You want to experience. You can keep saying look out there. I'm not looking out there. you want to experience champagne and shit. I'm trying to live the great life with you. You want to talk about You want to talk about go sit downstairs and I'm gonna be up here having caviar and shit.
That's the good life. That means you love me.
I don't love nobody enough. Then
Damn. Really?
I love myself.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it here first.
I don't love nobody enough.
You
for
don't
that.
love nobody enough for that.
Nope. Because
Not
if
even
I
me.
ain't, because I like you. If that's the case, then
Wow.
if that's the case,
Too
I
much
like you.
you doing.
I like
Too
you.
much
if
you
that's
doing.
the case.
Anyway. Well, thank you guys so much for coming back to Call Me When It's Over in the bullshit that's always happening here all the time.
Oh, it's bullshit. Because see, a black man trying to do you right.
You know what? Do not do the volumes to me.
A black man trying to do right. You want to talk about it's bullshit.
You know
see That?
what?
You see that?
I
You see
cannot.
that?
Good night.
Speaking of black men doing right and bullshit, because I don't like correlating those words together. Because black men don't cheat. Shout out to Lil Duval. You know we do good.
Some of them, not all of them. Some of them do.
He said black men don't cheat. Niggas cheat.
Niggas cheat.
Niggas cheat. And speaking of niggas cheating, I've been watching Black Ink over.
Oh God, I cannot.
So I'm sure Netflix got this deal with MTV because they're just putting mad MTV reality shows on Netflix right
And
now.
it make you really think about how MTV is trash.
And I know MTV and VH1 got their sister companies.
Yeah.
Or whatever, so it's like they're picking up VH1 and
How they just be exploiting our black folks.
But is it exploiting?
No, they volunteered. They went on there.
We had that conversation. If you allow it, is it exploitation?
No, it's not.
You
You're
know what I'm
right.
saying?
So let me say that it did take it back.
You're not wrong though, because they do take advantage of
They
with
take
editing.
advantage. Let's use the word take advantage, not exploit.
They take advantage of people's like where they at financially, or they edit something crazy. Like
They disrespectful in the edit sometimes. Yeah.
But I was watching something and I was watching Black Ink and I realized like too many people I know got child support issues. Know of. Too many people I see, too many black men got child support issues. That shit is pretty ridiculous. And then I realized that none of them use condoms at all. All of them drink Hennessy all day. And I'm like, I ain't judging you, but that's literally a mixture, just the catalyst of bullshit. Hennessy and no condoms.
That's a catalyst for I'm gonna bust a nut inside a grill. Like,
ladies and gentlemen, the show's over.
If
That's
they
pretty
say,
much it.
you know how they say this, if this the starter package for a nigga that's about to be on child support, Hennessy, condoms that don't got no condoms, condom wrappers with no condom wrappers, or the condom is inspired.
What else you want? And their phone. That's it. And it's 1:00 in the morning. That's a recipe. So, I one of the stories was like that nigga. If whoever didn't watch the show, because I like to revisit shit just to see stuff I didn't remember, which we did with that with You Got Served, and we saw Columbus Short.
We did.
Columbus Short.
Blew our fucking mind.
Blew my
In the
whole-
opening scene,
Columbus
the
Short.
first group that they danced against, Columbus Short, we was like, fuck out of here. He was getting prepared for Stomp the fucking Yard.
Yes, he was, and the
No
little
wonder he was
and the little white boy from
beasting.
Step Up too.
Well, we knew he was in there. He had been in a lot of movies.
We knew that.
But
like,
Columbus Short was like,
listen, as many times as I've seen,
he had on the same hat and the same fucking bandana that he did.
As many times as I've seen You Got Served, as many times as I've seen You Got Served, I never correlated that the white boy was in Step Up. I never correlated it.
You never thought about that?
I swear to God, I've never correlated it.
I peeped that from the beginning.
That's why I fucked my head up. I was like, wait, that nigga was in Step Up.
I mean, so side note.
Yeah. Because this is a side story. I was getting into something, but yeah.
You Got Served, terrible ass acting.
But we knew that though.
The water dance scene, too fucking long.
The most homoerotic scene I've ever seen in a movie that didn't have actual gay sex.
Okay, and who else did not? I mean, we were sitting there thinking, like,
we thought the whole hour and 42 minutes.
No, why was J Boog's character so close to this little boy? Where did the little boy come from?
Lil Saint.
Lil Saint, yeah. Where did he come from?
If you loved him enough, you should have got him a haircut or something. They ain't getting no lineup, no nothing. You ain't love that.
No. This is my thing. Where is this little boy at? Was he your mama's friend's son? Or?
No, they didn't say that. They didn't say where he was from. They just said he was a little knucklehead. That's all they said. So you clearly saw some little kid in the street on some Drake shit. So you don't have to do this anymore.
Right.
You can come with me.
Like I would have liked for them to dissect that story because it was looking a little suspect.
You asking for too much because there's 7 stories within You Got Served anyway. You got the size of Marcus Houston's head. You got why Omarion got that corny ass handshake with Marcus Houston. You got the reason why you got the reason why Marcus Houston don't want to pay rent but sell drugs.
Oh my God.
Hold up. He sell drugs but still don't want to pay rent. Want to go get $50,000 but still don't want to pay rent.
No. He said when he broke his leg, when he got beat up, he said,
I can't dance no more.
He said, I can't dance no more. I can't play ball. We was like, you just said in the last thing that your mom is ragging on you about not helping her pay the rent.
And you worry about
you
dancing.
talk about dancing and playing ball. But you ain't say job in there, school in there,
But
nothing.
here's the funny thing though, that whole movie is literally them dancing and playing basketball. Nothing else. I'm like, what do grown Marcus Houston was at least 40 in this movie. I don't give a fuck what nobody tell me. You can say he 39,
That's
38
true
now.
because every time they was out, they was like, yeah, I'm about to go play ball. Where the fuck? Y'all ain't gonna go to the store, get some groceries?
Do you want to know when I was at the park every single day?
When you was 7?
Between 9 and 14. There's no reason why grown-ass men, unless you're professionally attempting to play basketball or you play in a league or something like that.
Like, they ain't had no girlfriends. It was just too...
Oh, no. Omarion was the only one that had a love interest.
No, I'm saying, but they ain't had no... I'm going to go check out my girl, whatever. They always at the court.
Because they don't care about nothing but dancing and basketball. Nothing else matters.
It was just too much.
They say ball is life. Marcus Houston was a lion.
Look, and then... Okay,
and they all play like old white men.
The fight... That when Omarion punched what's the name in the cafe.
Marcus Houston?
Okay, so Marcus Houston when he grabbed the back of Claire's head, that shit was disgusting. It was disgusting. But when he had failed,
he said, "Oh shit!" You heard his crutches go. Oh shit!
Omarion had punched him, and then he was like, "Get off of me! Get off of me!" So. It must have been the blocking didn't work because he punched him. Lil Fizz got him up and then Omarion came through and pushed him.
It was like, all right, wait a minute. There's not enough space between these tables. You got to do something to get
right.
Leave.
No, I think he moved too fast.
Omarion was supposed to chase after Claire after he punched.
Right, because she wasn't she was still in the scene.
She left.
She was still there.
He punched her. He punched him. Omarion said something. She left, and Marcus Houston was recovering, and then Omarion came and bumped him again. It's like, you fucked up, bro.
Terrible blocking.
You fucked up. But so that.
Anyway, we watched You Got Served. If you have not watched it in years, go back. It is hilarious.
I laugh at it. I laughed at it more now than I ever have in my life.
Man, that shit was disgusting.
And mind you, I laughed at it for the first time I saw it. So, and them niggas spent the whole budget on their own music.
They did. They spent, really, honestly, if you look at it, they spent a lot of their budget on the rights for music because that in the rain scene. They spent a lot of money on that rain scene.
They was out there proud of that shit. They was with those like, yeah.
They tried to do Usher. You got it. You got it. Yeah.
See, but there's a difference. Well, yeah. You got it back. He was dancing in the rain. Because I'm thinking about You Remind Me because he was dancing. Usher got to think about dancing on wet ground.
Maybe he just glide different.
He probably do.
That should be looking real fire though, bro.
Yeah. See, but the difference is Usher had a sunset.
He sure did.
He had a sunset. These niggas had.
You Remind Me. They was in a dark alley.
In the same fucking. You couldn't tell me they was a practice the same. It's like I don't like you, but you got to practice over there. Like that was. Y'all niggas too broke to not have two different places. Like come on, nigga. Like get your fucking buddy up, son.
When he was working out, Tony is so disrespectful. He said, "That's not how you stretch your knee."
That wasn't a full. This motherfucker's. You supposed to be doing rehab on your knee. You over here doing half curls. What? Anyway.
He ain't do no push-ups either.
No, because he was struggling stretching his leg. He was in there like, I'm like, nigga, go sit down somewhere. With your gargantuan ass grandma. His grandma like 7 feet tall.
Ooh, she was big. She said, sit your ass
Shoulders like a brick wall. God damn it. But
you so stupid the whole time doing the last scene. We gonna move on. The whole time doing the last scene. Tony said they must have filmed Jack A for 20 minutes doing this.
They had to, because every other scene looked like they just skipped in front of it. She's like, they filmed her for 20 minutes and then broke it up. It's like, listen, we can't afford you for a whole day. Steve Harvey too. They had him in 3 scenes do this. I'm like, nigga.
Look, and then when he didn't
you talk about the drug dealer,
yeah, the drug dealer, he was like, yeah, I took her of Elgin.
No, not Elgin. Emerald.
Tony was like, they could have at least sold us that scene.
Because that defeats the whole purpose of the fucking story.
It made no point. It had no point at this point.
The antagonist was the drug dealer, and you had to pay him back. But we don't see that Mr. What was his name? Mr. Cliff, the cop.
Was the same person that was the cop for when they did the $5,000. And then, before we move on, the dude that betrayed them, what's his name with the one that was from the IMX?
In the group Romeo, but I don't remember his name in the movie.
His name Romeo.
It's Romeo, yeah.
We don't see him no more.
Because he took his IMX money and left. He's smart. He's like, I can't dance. Not after this. No, he's like, that's not my strong suit. I'm leaving.
Go ahead.
But yeah, so like I said, in the midst of watching that, I've been watching Black Ink, and it's a very. I enjoy going back to watch things to remember what was happening in time, because that show was on 2013, 14, and it was like a lot of relationship stuff. A lot of bullshit or whatever. And then, like I said, I saw there was a lot of people with child support issues, and a lot of the conversations was about what not necessarily what the man is doing for the child, but it involved the woman. And then I came across this clip on from another podcast. I don't know what the show is, but Don Diva Magazine posted it, and it was a woman talking about finances. So I'm just gonna play the clip real quick. Okay, it's a minute, but we're gonna play it real quick.
From a man's perspective, tell me if this is just way out of pocket.
And tell me if this is like completely fucked up.
On the first date, I had to get my daughter something to eat before he took me out. So I was like, can you run me by the McDonald's real quick because I'm running behind, woo woo. We get to McDonald's. All she got was her classic, a milkshake, 4-piece nugget, and a small fry. Mm-hmm. When the lady at the window asked for the bread, he's
like, where's that?
Yeah.
Nigga, you said run me through McDonald's real quick so we can. Yeah, nigga, you gonna pay for it.
I'm sorry. Okay. I think that's the already. That was the first problem.
That ain't no problem.
At that moment,
that's your problem.
Look, and it was at that moment. Now I had the bread,
paid for
and I even asked him, did he want anything? But look, it was at that moment that I knew you were never getting this pussy.
He wasn't getting the pussy because he wouldn't pay for her child's stuff on their first date. What kind of entitlement is that? Now, now, tell me if I'm bugging. Tell me if I'm bugging, because I'm not gonna put this on all women. I refuse to do that. I'm not gonna put this on all women. But please explain to me why. I guess this is just a hard question for me to like really, really think of fully, because it's hard to wrap my mind around this shit. Like in the show, I seen Caesar and his baby mother go through some shit. He's like, he does everything for his daughter. She's like, yeah, but you ain't got enough to put your baby mother up. And he's like, I'm her father, not yours. And then to see some shit like this, where you're entitled to say, hey, first off, y'all first date, right? Mm-hmm. He know you got a kid. He cool with that, clearly. She said, hey, can you bring me by McDonald's? Okay, cool. I ain't got a problem with that. Then we're going to go on our date. Why the fuck would you look to him to pay for your child's food on y'all first date?
Because she didn't have the money.
But
to me, that means you don't have the money. Because for me, I feel like that makes no sense. Like, that's a stupid argument. It's dumb. It's your baby. You provide for your child. He doesn't know your child. Like... And you said you have to feed your child. It wasn't like, hey, can you get my baby something?
Yo, he could have easily been on some like, you know what? Now this date ain't happening. If you should have took care of your kid before we left.
Right. He could have. He could have
easily did that.
I don't know. I feel like women, some women that feel like you have to pay out before you are able to fully get a part of them. Mm-hmm. It's too much. Like them games we playing. Mm-hmm. Like I understand the fact of, hey, I need to see if I ask you to do something for me, mm-hmm. and I'm asking because I really need your help and you don't come through for me, then you can make a consensus like this nigga ain't the one. But to come out the gate and be like,
that takes time.
Yeah, to come out the gate and be like, hey, you got to pay out before I got to see what you working with your pockets before I can even give you my time, energy, my body, any intimacy and just any form of intimacy in general. I think that's very selfish. I mean, your expectations are very low about yourself because that means that the way that you value how you are, your love and all that how you give it mm-hmm. is based off of what somebody can give you. Oh, yeah. That's to me, man or woman, not just woman. Yes. Yeah, I man agree. Or a woman who comes out the gate and be like, what's she gonna do for me? Is she gonna cook for me? She gonna come up to the game? She gonna do this? She gonna buy me stuff? She gonna do all of this stuff? She is she willing to pull up with my baby mama drama? Fuck out of here. No.
It's funny you say that.
Before I even deal with her and see if she can be somebody that I claim. No.
We were talking about this the other day. We were talking about this the other day, like before getting into a relationship or before you go to talk to somebody, like the entitlement that you automatically have. Like when I hear women or men and men, I'm not just gonna say women and men. When I hear somebody who is a parent say the next person I fuck with can't have kids, the next person I get with, the kid we have got to be our first together, or got to be their first. And I'm like, it got to be their first child. And I'm like, so how can you come in the equation with 1, 2, 3 children, and then say you want to fuck with a man who don't got children, and then to me that's selfish. To me, now granted, if a man or woman decides to deal with you after they find out you have children, mm-hmm. that's their personal choice. But I don't think it's fair to sit there and say you can have your preferences. I'm not knocking that. But I think it's unrealistic to say, I got 3 kids. The next person I fuck with can't have kids. So you want to thrust them into that responsibility off back as soon as you start talking to somebody. You just want to be like, oh, you got to play daddy. Oh, you got to play mommy. Like you said, getting into a relationship, somebody's like, oh, well, the entitlement is ridiculous before somebody gets into a relationship mm-hmm. anyway. It's like, oh, when he get with me, he got to deal with my attitude. He got to understand who I am. Oh, when she get with me, she got to understand, like, I got 3 baby mothers, and we all don't get along. But, it's cool because when we have a kid, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, where do you get this sense of entitlement in the middle of your preferences or your standards or whatever before you start dating somebody? I don't understand people who have their preferences. Like, we were talking the other day about somebody who said, they want their woman to, cook. To be able to cook and do all this submissive shit, and I need you to be submissive. I'm like, what does that mean? What is all that? Where do all these specific preferences come from? Because they're not standards. That can't be something you live on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit there and you say you want your woman to be submissive. What does it mean to be submissive to you? Does that mean you want your woman to sit there and be at your every fucking beckoning call? Because when you get to that point and you start saying, hey, all right, I think it just needs to break down to like preferences and standards. And I've mentioned this before.
I feel like yes, you can have a preference.
But
And
it's just, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's disrespectful to come into a relationship or go in and talk to somebody with some sense of entitlement. It's disrespectful.
I mean, entitlement, everybody feels like they're entitled to have something.
That's
right?
cool if it's realistic.
I feel like if you are looking to share your life with someone else or to be in a relationship with someone else, you have to know that they come with their own entitlements and their own standards and their own expectations from you. So that means once they present theirs and you present yours, you have to be willing to compromise. Hey, I just met you. Like, to me, I think the statement that she made was so ignorant because that's basically like, oh, you can take my daughter and have you pick up my daughter and you got to go buy her some shoes. He don't know your daughter. So that means that you're trusting this man that you barely even know with your child, with somebody that's your pride and joy. And you're looking for them to take care of somebody that you brought into the world.
Yeah, she put a responsibility on somebody that don't even know her.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's disgusting.
And I feel like sometimes people have the tendency to think that because I gave you my time and my energy, time and energy, you are I'm entitled to tell you what you need to do for me, or I'm entitled to ask you to do things that, is not qualified for a first date. I would never ask somebody on a first date unless it's absolutely dire to buy me or my mom or my family member something to eat, unless I don't have it. Hey, I don't have enough cash. My mom I didn't bring any cash. Can you do this, or can you get this and then I'll pay you back? It would have been a different story. Like, hey, I don't got enough cash. Can you pay for this and then I'll pay you back? But to use that as a test is extremely unrealistic. It's
like
stupid.
To sit there and say, oh, because he wouldn't buy this for my daughter, I knew he wouldn't get no pussy.
Look, where your baby daddy at? That's why
left for a reason.
That's why y'all not together, because your expectations is dumb. They're not dumb. They make no sense. You gonna equate how a person looks at you and how they treat you. He done picked you up in his car, used his gas money. Then he gonna ride around and take your baby to the McDonald's to get a McChicken and some nuggets.
She said, because I saw the rest of the interview, she said her daughter was home. So
he went to the house to go pick up the baby.
To the house. He went no. He went to the house to go pick her up for the date. She says, "Hey, before we go out on the date, I didn't feed my daughter yet. Can we swing by McDonald's so I could pick something up for her?"
If I was a guy, I'd be like, you not responsible. For me, that would have been like, you're irresponsible. You knew you was coming out. Why didn't you feed your baby?
Like, right, and that's my thing. It's like, I think there are these extreme, and men have it too. I'm not just gonna put on women. These extremely unrealistic tests that you want to put on somebody to see if they're really for them. Like, dudes say dumb shit like, it's not love if I never been stabbed. I'm like, that's love, then I never want to love anybody. I
feel like, for me, a guy putting a woman through a test, like,
everybody does it.
I think testers for me that guys do, and they don't even intentionally know they're doing it, is when the mama is disrespectful or somebody in a family.
I won't say that's a test that a man. See, now that's a woman's test then, to see how.
No, but I'm saying, listen to what I'm about to say.
You're saying a test for a man.
No, listen to what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So they don't know they're intentionally doing it. Like, it's not intentional for them to go through this situation, but they know that their mom doesn't like whoever that they're dating, right? Mm-hmm. And the woman says, your mom is like really disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Well, if you can't, they'll say a statement like this, like, if you can't handle my mama, then maybe we shouldn't be together. That's their form of a test. They're not intentionally.
You mean making that's an intentional ultimatum, though.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? Like, that can be a form of a test, and the woman has to figure out, okay, well, I love this man, but his mama disrespected me, and I'm telling him that she's disrespecting me, and he's gonna tell me, you in order for you to be with me, you have to be able to deal with this. I understand where you're coming from. Like, I think I feel like when you do that, that's an intentional ultimatum. Yeah.
To tell somebody, oh, if you can't deal with this, then we
But it
shouldn't be
is a
together.
form of a test.
It is. It's
Because you could be with somebody for a whole year, right? Y'all together. Y'all planning on getting married. Y'all talked about it. Your mom, his mom, and you got some issues. You bring it to the forefront. He responds, "That's my mama. You know, we together."
That's fucked up. That is super fucked up. I do think there's like there's an uneven playing field when it comes to accepting what somebody has. Now, I get that we all supposed to accept that, you know, we're humans and we're always evolving and everything ain't gonna stay the same. But like to come into a situation where you're dating, you want to go dating, you want to be with somebody, whatever, and you are off the rip telling yourself like, listen, I got issues, he gonna have to deal with that. I got issues, she gonna have to deal with that. Like, I got an attitude, he gonna have to deal with that. I'm sarcastic, she gonna have to deal with that. Like, instead of intentionally saying, you know what, I am this person. Like, 'cause I hate when people say that's just who I am, but it's something you could change.
Right.
If it's toxic, change it.
I hate
You know
that statement.
That's just,
I hate when people make that statement on me. Well, that's just who you are. But it'd be like, but at any time I can change. Are you gonna see the change in me that I've made?
And that's the thing. Like, because until it changes, people are only gonna see what's happening.
Yeah, that's
just that's the how it goes. Now, personally, I have things and traits about myself that I am, and it's never gonna change. But there's things I'm just not gonna do around you.
Right.
Because you just don't like it.
Right.
Or you just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. But that's for people who intentionally want to believe that they could be a better person, or they can actually compromise for a situation and not lose themselves. But to like I'm not gonna sit there and walk into a room full of gasoline and just start playing with matches.
Yeah.
That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if this, he is going off. My man going off. I'm not gonna walk into a room full of gasoline and just play with matches. Like, I'm not gonna intentionally go to be with somebody and be like, they don't like this. This hurts my feelings. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it. Just to see how far I can go.
Well, I mean, that's her rules. Hopefully she finds somebody that's able to go through the test, and that's it. I mean, I just feel like if you really want to be with somebody and you really are interested, playing games is not the motto. Unless you messing with a guy or a woman that likes to play games. They like the chase and the run. I don't know. But I just don't think that as humans, if we are intentional about what we want, we shouldn't have to have people that are taking time and investing time and their money and their their quality time and things that they can be spending doing something else, playing games with people. That I don't think that is fair. I don't think that is ethical. I think that is unmorally unbalanced, because people can be, we live in a world now where time is limited, and people, if they want to give their time and their energy to you, why play games if you really, instead of just coming front and be like, I'm looking for a nigga that's able to put out the bread before I even give him something. Be honest. Say that instead of just saying, I'm gonna play this little game with you. Or a guy that's like, I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody that's gonna put out, and then we can potentially be in a relationship.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you think that having a 90-day rule simply to see where a man's mind is wrong?
No. I think that's your expectations. Like it's a form of protecting yourself in a sense and filling out.
No. I do believe 90-day rules and things of that nature work when it's for you. I do believe that. But what I'm saying is, where do you think it's right to use it specifically to see if this man can handle, the expectations. Like, we talked the other day, like, I dated somebody for a long time and she was a virgin and I waited 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we just ended up not being together.
Right.
And you have this expectation of like, all right, cool. Like, I done waited, it's like, I should be rewarded for something. You know what I'm saying? I should be not be able to get it whenever I want to, but like, I was young during that time. But, to sit there and think like, okay, I proved to you that I loved you, and then you still just didn't want to be with me after that. Like, to use it to see where a man's mind is, like, kind of using sex as a weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's like justifiable?
Using sex as a weapon? No.
Now setting boundaries is not.
I mean, for me,
always,
if I wasn't going to be intimate, I would let the person know at the beginning. I'm not looking to be intimate.
I believe in that.
And I would say my reasoning for why I don't want to jump, like, I'm waiting this amount of time to see where this goes because I don't want to give my energy to you. And we, you know, in the next 3 months, we basically ain't talking like that. Or in the next 6 months, we basically ain't on the same page. So I want to wait. I want to wait to see if this is something that's real, you know,
and I believe that,
or something that I'm emotionally ready to give to you, or we're able to emotionally ready to experience with you. And if it doesn't work out, I won't be damaged.
Now, and that's a boundary. That's a respectable boundary. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the people where it goes, oh, I know I'm going to give him the pussy. I'm just going to see how long he going to wait for it. And I'm like, bro, that's like dingling the carrot in front of the rabbit. Like, just let the rabbit have the carrot.
I just think that some women like the chase. They do. We talk about it all the time. Women like the chase.
All right, you know what? And I respect that. Everybody wants to be wanted. That's what it boils down to. Everybody wants to be wanted.
I feel after a while, I mean, I'm an impatient person. So
that shit becomes toxic because, like, if you think that pussy is your best offer, if you think your dick is the best offer,
I'm so impatient. I just need to know. Like, if I say that I'm into, because I overly communicate my feelings and how I feel. You do. So if I tell you how I feel and I'm waiting for you to give me a response, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is your response? Because I didn't already told you this shit. Or are you in limbo? Are you thinking? Are you writing it down in your little journal? Where the hell are you at? Which street are you on?
Can I have it?
What?
That would be the question I have. Can I have it? Are you giving it to me?
Right. Like, what are we doing?
That's not why I'm here. That is not why I'm here. But I want to know, are you giving
I'm
it
saying,
to me?
I said that to me. I said what I said. What the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, please tell me, because
if you ain't saying what the fuck I'm saying, I need to go on about my good old day.
And that's real talk. Like the whole, listen, you said I was sexy. I said you was sexy. Let's be sexy together.
I don't like when people string people along. That to me bothers. It irks the fuck out of me.
That's what I'm getting at.
I don't like for people to be strung along. We both knew a person that did that to this guy. She didn't want to be with him. She didn't want to be with him for a whole year. They were together for 2 years. And
okay,
and we can't say their names.
You know it's real. Look, you know it's real.
And they was together for a long time. This bitch knew that she didn't want to be with him, strung him along. He done bought her shit. So we like, why the fuck is you with him if you don't want to be? Why would you let him buy you stuff and you don't want to be with him? Oh, I just don't feel like it's the right time. Bitch, it's been the right time. Every time we sit down and we talk, you talking about how the fuck you don't like him. Why are you letting this man stay on with you?
Because he's buying her stuff and she knows she couldn't get any better.
I cannot. So I was just like, I was advocating for him. I was like, he can be out here finding the love of his life.
Which he did.
Yes. He did. Congratulations to him. He did get married.
Yes, he did.
Out here finding the love of his life, living his best life with somebody else except for your motherfucking ass. And you up here bringing him along because he bought you a Pandora bracelet.
See,
bitch,
now, she said she busted it open for a Juicy Couture bracelet. What?
Pandora bracelets are pretty expensive.
She popped it for a pendant.
For some yeah. But anyway, it was so aggravating to me. And then when she went to go break up with his ass, she had to go break up with him again because she didn't do the first breakup right. I said, who break up with somebody twice? How does one do that?
Well, hey, listen, I've seen some crazy people out there. I ain't gonna hold you. Like the people that be like, we're not together anymore. We're never breaking up. We're breaking up when I say we're breaking up.
No,
like,
and you know how the statement say, a man be like, oh, me and my girl broke up. And people be like, do your girl know that y'all broke up?
You said y'all broke up. You just didn't call her.
Did you? No. Or did you call her and she did not receive the message?
That's what I'm saying.
Because in this particular situation, she didn't relay the message correctly.
Yeah, no, people think not calling somebody for a few days is how you break up.
No, she was just like, I think we should be friends.
That's a valid breakup, though.
I think that we should be friends. She said, I think we need some time apart. That's what she said.
Oh, that's a lie. I don't believe in that shit.
She said, I think we need some time apart. So his assumption, like most people would probably assume,
I'm going to give you a few days.
We just need a break.
Yeah, listen.
So when she told us that, she said, oh, we need some time apart. We said, bitch, that's not a breakup. You should have told his ass, hey, come and get your shit. You ain't say, come and get your shit. Come and get your stuff. You ain't packed the box of his clothes.
I don't love you anymore.
I mean, you ain't give him the exit strategy. Like, oh, this is the exit.
Like,
that
no,
means
we're
that
done.
we taking a break forever. Like,
listen, anybody who is in a relationship and trying to get out of it, saying we should take a break, we need space, we need time apart. There's no such thing. Just say, I want to fuck other people. Just say it. And I don't necessarily mean that you have to want to fuck other people, but if you say it, it's jarring enough to where it's like, you know what? I got the point. You don't want to be with me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't just pull the Band-Aid off. Sometimes you got to like really.
I feel like some people, because I've had a coward breakup with me before through text messaging. Shout out to you.
So hard to say goodbye. Go ahead.
But for me, in that particular situation, I realized that not every man or woman is able and have the balls to say, I don't want to be with you no more.
True. I've gotten the, you know what? I think you should just not come over as much anymore.
Right.
Like,
people do the nonchalant shit. Like, you know what? I've been busy. Yeah.
I've been told that and then come back in a few days and be like, oh, no, we're not together anymore. I'm like, excuse me? Did I miss
what
something?
Day?
Like,
why didn't you send me the postcard? Because I could have been.
Did I just not buy you food
so
2
funny?
days ago? Like, did we not just? I didn't just buy you food?
You know what's so funny is that
don't.
before the guy broke up with me, we were together, and I had called him. I said, if you do not want to be with me, because he was like giving me, he wasn't answering the phone or whatever. So I was like, this is about to be a decline. I said, if you don't want to be with me, just say you don't want to be with me.
If you don't want me, then don't
Talk to me.
Go ahead and free yourself.
Free yourself.
If you don't want me, then.
Okay, babe. So,
What she do at the end?
yeah. So I was like, if you don't want to be with me, just tell me that you don't want to be with me.
Peace out, my nigga.
This nigga gonna wait until Valentine's Day, the day before Valentine's. We live in 2 different lives. Get y'all to live. I knew we was living 2 different lives when I sent you the message telling you to leave me the fuck alone. Like, but yeah.
You said that shit with your chest.
I sure did, because I meant that shit at the time.
You meant that shit. Like,
so,
ooh.
We do have an announcement, don't we?
Do we? Yeah, I announced that I'm the greatest person on earth.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, so look, guys. The run of Call Me When It's Over is coming to an end.
Yes.
It's been the podcast. It's been fun. The podcast has been around for going on 5 years now. We appreciate everybody who's been on the show, pre-Alexis and post-Alexis. It's been a wild run. When I came up with the idea for the show, I had lots of passion behind it. It was, I mean, not to say I don't care about it now, but things are moving forward and our focuses need to be somewhere else, into primary things. Like, so will we ever make a return to podcasting? Don't know. But going into January, we have 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
So we have a very special interview to end it with.
Yes. And we want you guys to still tune in.
Yeah.
Because we do have our last 2 episodes coming up. But our last episode is going to be a bang. And we want you guys to like blow the numbers through the roof. And we're definitely going to celebrate because this is not a goodbye. It's basically
I'll be back.
You know, if we decide that we never will come back, this will be a test in time that you guys were able to hear us, and we were able to share our stories, and we hope that everybody that's listened over the years and have enjoyed the podcast of Call Me When It's Over, has received something and has grown as artists, as individuals. So, hopefully, you guys have enjoyed this run.
She said it nicely. I don't speak that nice. I'm just like kind of straight to the point.
Yeah,
like, I respect that. We'll make more announcements about the YouTube specifically. But yeah, so we have 2 episodes left after this one. Call Me When It's Over has served its purpose already.
Call Me When It's Over is over.
But nobody. Well, actually, the last person we talked to will be calling us, so that's
very,
very fitting. So we'll have more information for you guys, but the announcement is Call Me When It's Over will be done in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So the podcast. But as of right now, that's the end of this episode.
Yes.
So I'm your girl straight without Josie's boy,
and I'm Alexis A. McCoy.
For now.
For now,
For
we
now.
on all your social media. I mean, all your podcasting platforms.
For now.
So go ahead and check us out.
Yeah.
You know, we will have the information listed. And if you're not able to check out any of those platforms, you can definitely visit us on our homepage at worksworksnetwork.com because we're still there. All of our episodes will be there.
Big shout out to Rich.
Yes,
Thank
for
you,
the
sir.
opportunity. So thank you, Rich.
We'll run down all that stuff.
Yeah. And then also don't forget to continue to follow us on Instagram. We'll have clips from the show on there and you guys are able to look at our previous clips.
Stay on the YouTube.
And also check out our YouTube page at Call Me When It's Over podcast. Subscribe.
Stay on the YouTube.
Yes, because YouTube is we're going to have some exciting things coming.
Stay on the YouTube. That's it. That simple.
Okay.
That's it. And as always, speak up, speak out.
And leave your ego at the door.
We're done.